Once upon a time, in a bustling metropolitan city, there lived a brilliant young architect named Elias. His career was soaring, his bank account steadily growing, and he owned a luxurious apartment with a breathtaking city view. In the eyes of many, Elias was the epitome of success. Yet, beneath all the glitter, there was an indescribable emptiness in his heart. Elias wasn't happy. He spent every day chasing new projects, buying expensive possessions, and comparing himself to others on social media. He was convinced that if he just had the latest sports car, a higher promotion, or more likes on his posts, happiness would finally come his way. But every time he achieved one of his goals, the satisfaction only lasted a moment, and then the emptiness returned, feeling even larger. One day, Elias decided to take a vacation. He booked a ticket to a remote island, rumored to be a paradise on Earth. He thought perhaps there he would find the peace and happiness he had been searching for. There, he met an old fisherman named Old Man Henrik. Old Man Henrik was a simple man. He lived in a small shack by the beach, made a living from the sea each day, and owned no significant possessions. Yet, there was an aura of tranquility and a sincere smile that never left his face. Elias was curious. "Mr. Henrik," he asked one afternoon as they sat on the beach watching the sunset, "you seem so happy. What's your secret? I have everything, but I feel like I have nothing." Old Man Henrik smiled gently. "Young Elias, happiness is like the ocean water here. It's everywhere, but often we try to catch it with empty hands or with a leaky bucket." Elias frowned. "What do you mean?" Old Man Henrik pointed towards the rhythmic waves. "Look at those waves. Each wave comes and goes. If we constantly dwell on the waves that have passed or worry about the waves to come, we will never enjoy the beauty of the wave right in front of us. That's the first secret, Elias. Be fully present in the moment, mindfulness. Stop chasing shadows of the past or worrying about the future. Enjoy the breeze on your skin right now. Listen to the birds. Feel the warmth of the sand beneath your feet. Happiness is in every moment, if you're willing to feel it." From then on, Elias began to learn from Old Man Henrik. He reduced his phone time and started spending moments truly appreciating the ocean view. He began to truly taste each sip of his morning coffee, hear the birds chirping in the morning, and feel the gentle sea breeze. Slowly, he felt a tranquility he had never experienced. A few days later, Elias saw Old Man Henrik meticulously mending his torn fishing net. "Don't you ever feel like you're lacking anything, Mr. Henrik?" Elias asked. Old Man Henrik raised an eyebrow. "Lacking? This blue sky, the sun that warms me, the abundant fish, and the health I possess. These are all priceless riches, Elias. The second secret, be grateful for what you have. Every morning when I open my eyes, I'm grateful to still be breathing, to still see the beauty of God's creation. Gratitude opens our hearts and invites more goodness." Elias started writing down things he was grateful for in his notebook. It felt strange at first, but gradually, he began to realize how many good things he already had, which he had taken for granted. One evening, several young fishermen came to Old Man Henrik's shack. They laughed, shared stories, and ate grilled fish together. Elias saw the genuine warmth and camaraderie among them. "They're like family to me," Old Man Henrik said as Elias watched them. The third secret, forge meaningful relationships. Humans cannot live alone, Elias. We need love, support, and laughter from those closest to us. Don't let busyness keep you away from those who care about you. Elias remembered how often he had turned down friends' invitations because he was too busy working or chose to spend time on social media rather than talking to his family. He promised himself to value the important relationships in his life more. The next day, Elias saw Old Man Henrik sharing a portion of his catch with several poor families in the village without asking for anything in return. "Why do you do that, Mr. Henrik?" Elias asked. "Because it makes my heart happy, son," Old Man Henrik replied. The fourth secret, be of service to others. When we give, we don't lose. Instead, we fill our hearts with true happiness. Helping others, no matter how small, gives meaning to our lives. Elias began to emulate Old Man Henrik. He helped carry other fishermen's catches to the market and felt a strange sense of satisfaction within himself. Time passed, and Elias began to feel at home on the island. He even helped Old Man Henrik repair his boat, something he had never done before. At first, I was just focused on when this boat would be finished, Elias told Old Man Henrik one afternoon, sanding the hull of the boat. But now, I'm starting to enjoy every step of sanding, painting, and repairing it. Old Man Henrik nodded. The fifth secret, Elias: focus on the process, not just the outcome. Happiness isn't just about reaching a goal, but about enjoying every step of the journey. Don't postpone your happiness until you achieve something. Celebrate every small progress, learn from every challenge, and enjoy every moment. On his last night on the island, Elias sat alone on the beach. He remembered some people who had hurt him and regretted some decisions he had made in the past. His heart felt heavy. Old Man Henrik came and sat beside him. "What's weighing on your mind, son?" he asked gently. Elias poured out all the burdens he felt. Old Man Henrik listened patiently. "Those are burdens you don't need to carry, Elias," Old Man Henrik said. "The final secret: forgive and let go. Forgive those who have hurt you, not for their sake, but to free yourself from the chains of anger and resentment. And most importantly, forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made. The past is gone. Let it go, and you will find peace." Elias felt a heavy burden lift from his shoulders. He cried, not out of sadness, but out of relief. When Elias returned to the city, he was not the same Elias. He still worked as an architect. He still had his luxurious apartment. However, the way he viewed life had changed. He smiled more often, was more patient, and calmer. He no longer blindly chased happiness because he knew happiness was already within him. He started spending quality time with his family and friends. He volunteered at an animal shelter every weekend. He enjoyed every detail of his work, not just focusing on the end result. And he learned to forgive both others and himself. Elias finally discovered that the secret to happiness didn't lie in what he possessed, but in how he lived his life. Happiness wasn't complicated. It was the laughter in simple conversations, the warmth of a hug, the peace of mind from a cup of tea, the satisfaction of helping others, and the inner calm that came from gratitude and forgiveness. Happiness truly is simpler than we think, and it's always waiting to be found in every breath we take, in every moment we live.